Hi, Dr. Tim Terlep here with another edition of 5 Minutes to Vitality. This time we want to discuss a little bit of a piece of research that was just published in the online journal Neurology. And it was actually done, a study that was performed over the course of about 3.5, 4 years. And it was done at Oxford University in England. And what they looked at was sleep and the size of our brains over time. So it's long been known for us that sleep is critical to good health. Who doesn't know that when you wake up in the morning and somebody doesn't get enough sleep, boy, are they grumpy for the day. Okay, so it affects mood. What else does it affect? Well, we know that lack of sleep actually affects immune function. So those who actually get less sleep also experience greater infections, greater colds, flus, and that sort of thing. We know there's linkage between lack of sleep and cardiac disease. We know there's linkage in studies between absence of sleep or paucity of sleep and being overweight. There's a couple of hormones that lack of sleep actually affect dramatically and can lead to us being overweight as well. Okay, great. So it does lots of stuff, this absence of sleep. But what this study wanted to look at was the size of the brain over time. So as it looked at the size of the brain, originally had about 150 people that they looked at. They were 20 years old to 85 years old. And they took measurements, they took an MRI of the brain and looked at it. And then 3.5 years on average later, they followed up with all these people and did sleep questionnaires and studies to see what was going on. They had the pre-questionnaire, the post-questionnaire. And what they looked at 3.5 years later was that about 35% of these people had significant disruption to their sleeping patterns. The more significant the loss of sleep, the more significant the disruption to the sleeping pattern, the more loss of brain tissue there was that we noted. One of the things that the brain is often referred to as a housekeeper is sleep. It nourishes the brain, it cleanses the brain. We know that even lack of sleep will increase protein deposition in brain cells. And we also know that lack of sleep is associated with dementia and even Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's is also associated with certain plaquing, it's called, of protein deposition in brain tissue. So there's connectivity there on lots of different levels. So one of the things that we here at our office and work with our patients that we talk about is one of the 5 pillars of health is rest. So making sure that we get adequate and good rest to restore the brain, because we're that housekeeper that keeps the brain clear to function so that we don't lose a loss of size of the brain over time. Critical that we stay on top of it. If you'd like to learn more and read a little bit more about it, our website, we have a blog actually that's specifically dedicated to this as well at drterlep.com. So if this is good, terrific. If you want to read more, please do, and look forward to seeing you next time.